Hi, I'm Galvan. Today, the city is interviewing country western musicians Aubry Rodriguez and Vinny Tovar. Aubry is joining me in our first segment, and I would love to welcome her to the TVSA studios here in San Antonio.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making time for me. I know that you're in Nashville now, and so you happen to be in the San Antonio area, so thank you for joining us today. We're honored to have you.
Oh my gosh, I would not have missed it. I'm so glad it worked out for me to be here.
Thank you. So let's start with a conversation about your background in country music. Difficult not to start out with acknowledging that you are the daughter to Johnny Rodriguez, Texas legend in San Antonio, in this region, in Texas, in the United States. And he contributed so much to opening doors for Latinos, especially in country music. When did you realize that your dad was famous?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think there's one kind of pinpoint moment that I can think of, and it was his induction into the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame in Carthage. I believe I was nine years old, yes. And that was really the night where I noticed there were, so many people coming up to us, to him, trying to talk to him. And I remember telling my mom, what are all these people doing? I just want to spend time with my dad. And I think that was really the moment where I thought, okay, something's going on here. Yeah,
Dad's
a lot of people want to talk to him. Yes.
Dad's really special.
Yes, yes.
So did you know at a young age that you wanted to become a country musician as well?
Yes, I did.
What was it? What was the clue? What came to your, were you playing an instrument, listening to music?
I started out playing the guitar, and there's a funny little story. I was very young, I think maybe 2 or 3 years old, and my dad had gotten me a little toy guitar, very tiny. And as a kid, you want to do exactly what your parent does or whoever, and mirror. And so my dad plays guitar right-handed, so I was having the guitar here, trying to play it, and I got a furrowed brow, and I took the neck and I flipped it over and started playing it left-handed. And now I'm left-handed at everything, and I play guitar left-handed, but my dad was like, oh no, she's a lefty. So honestly, music has just been part of my way of life, and
It's part of your DNA, literally, right?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
So how did you and your dad first collaborate on stage?
I was about 14 when we started talking about maybe doing some shows together, and so we picked the song "We Believe in Happy Endings" to do together,
which we'll get to hear later and close the program with. It's heartwarming.
It's a
really
great, amazing song.
Has a great message.
Yes, it does. But we started doing shows around the St. Louis area and a couple in Texas, and we did one in Branson, which was really great. So throughout the years, we just did it when we could.
I've seen that video, and it's a tearjerker.
Yes,
it really is.
It is.
Is there any advice that your dad gave you about getting into the music industry growing up?
Keep your soul. Yes.
Good advice.
Yes. Just stay true to who you are and make sure that you have good people around you that have your best interest at heart and will keep you level-headed.
Right.
Yeah.
Grounded, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure. So you have an album out. Tell me about your album, Leaving Texas, and what was your inspiration?
Yeah, my dad passed in May this year.
My condolences.
Thank you. I appreciate that. My mom and I were here for a couple of weeks while he was passing, and I have always felt sad on the plane rides home back to Nashville from here. Yeah. This is just my home. I have always felt so much calmer when I'm in Texas and just more like me, and it was just always sad to leave and to not stay, but there was obviously a different feeling flying home to Nashville after Dad passed. And I got in super late the night that I flew back. It was 10, 11 o'clock at night before I got home, and the song just started coming to me because I had, that feeling on the plane ride home, and getting home and it being silent and, realizing I was home.
Yeah.
without him.
It's a beautiful song, and I didn't know that you were going through that, but the notes that I took on it was that it's very spiritual.
Yes.
Very beautiful. The tune is it's amazing. I loved the acoustic guitar.
Thank you.
And I love the references to San Marcos and Green. So is this the area that you grew up in?
I was born in San Marcos.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, Mom and I moved out of San Marcos when I was 5, so didn't technically grow up here, but we come back at least once a year and have every single year. So it's still very close to my heart, and I love it dearly.
Yeah, I love it. I love that you mentioned all the beautiful places surrounding San Antonio, because the hill country is just amazing, and it's a perfect place, I think, that does remind you of all the spiritual beauty of Texas, and I'm sure of your father and his music.
Yes, it's my favorite part of the state.
So are you working on another album?
I am writing like a mad person right now, yes.
Yeah. Anything you can share at all, or what direction you might take, or?
Definitely staying on the traditional country bandwagon. I think there's a couple of really great artists that are keeping that traditional sound alive, but somehow still making it contemporary enough to be, on radio and loved.
Yeah.
So that's definitely the direction I'm taking.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So I know that you were recently introduced at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
Tell us about the evening, and what is the significance of being introduced at that level, that venue? I know it's important, but tell us about that.
I still can't believe that it happened, and saying that I have had my Grand Ole Opry debut is, it's unreal to even say that. And it was 2 months ago, and it's still settling in. But as a country music artist, but really just an artist in general, that's one of the highest honors that can be received, is to be able to step into that circle where so many greats have been, and to just sing to that crowd and be in that room. It's an overwhelming feeling, but it's also an oddly calming and comforting feeling. And they're doing this segment right now called Opry Country Classics, and it's one night a week, and that was the night of my debut. And so it was all these classic, artists on the lineup as well, and I knew 95% of the lineup. Wow. So going in that night, it really just kind of felt like being home. Yeah. It was incredible.
Amazing. It sounds like a blessing as well.
It was.
Like everything fell into place for you.
It did, and to be able to sing a couple of my dad's songs and pay tribute, it was a double whammy of an evening.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, where can our viewers see you performing next? Are you performing in Texas or Nashville?
Yeah, so I've got a couple of shows lined up in Texas. Hopefully more, fingers crossed. I love playing down here. I know. And I do a couple of shows in Nashville. I don't really do the playing out on Broadway circuit or anything like that, but I will do some special events. But I always post them on Instagram and Facebook, so they can look there to see where I'll be next.
Well, I'm excited for you. And thank you so much for joining me on this segment. I know you're going to have a long, successful career in music.
Thank you.
And we're going to introduce Vinny Tovar next in our next segment, who collaborated with you on Pass Me By, and excellent hit single. I've played it so many times, and I'm going to close this segment right now with you listening to Aubry's song, Leaving Texas.
I-35 feels kinda lonely at night when you ain't there sitting right beside me. Oh, but I'll get on. I've been here for weeks, wishing that I didn't have to leave, and I'd stay forever if it was in the cards. But this time is different now that you're gone. This place that I've called home for so long. Oh, it don't feel the same right now. I'm leaving on a jet plane, a little different than I came. But I know you're still with me in every song that I sing. Oh, I promise to be honest and never reckless. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't hate leaving Texas. Oh, San Marcos, ain't never felt this heartless. And I'm feeling pretty blue down in green. And maybe I'll go down to Cheatham Street. Maybe I'll find you there in a front row seat. I'm leaving on a jet plane, a little different than I came. But I know you're still with me in every song that I sing. Oh, I promise to be honest and never reckless. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't hate leaving Texas.
I'm Aubry Rodriguez, and you're watching TVSA.
Welcome back. I'm Galvan, and I'm downtown in the city of San Antonio's TVSA studios. In our first segment, we met Aubry Rodriguez. Thank you for joining me, Aubry, again on our second segment.
Absolutely, thank you.
And now we're going to meet Vinny Tovar, who collaborated with Aubry on a new hit single, and we're going to get to know you a little bit. So I'm going to start out by asking you about your career, Vinny. How did you get started in country music?
I started at about, I think I was 22 when I really wanted to start singing.
Okay.
I was playing drums before that for various like Tejano bands. My dad and his brothers had a Tejano band. So I was heavily influenced with that, but in the early 2000s they transitioned to country. So I kind of always just growing up knew a lot of country. And then I think I kind of just said, you know, what the heck, I just want to do it myself now, and I wanted to start writing. So I just started writing. I didn't think very much of it. So 6 years later, here we are.
And here you are. And do you play a variety of instruments, or is guitar your main instrument?
Drums are actually my main instrument.
Really?
Actually, yeah. Drums I feel more comfortable than anything else that I play. But yeah, I learned to play guitar at a very late age. I think at like 22. So I'm still learning.
Plenty of time to do that.
Plenty of time, yeah.
Plenty of time to do that. So I would like to ask a question, and both of you can answer because I'd like both of your opinions on it. But how has country music evolved for Latinos, right, in this genre?
Well, I would say now it's like probably the hottest it's ever been, in my personal opinion. I mean, I wasn't around back then to know what it was, but I know that it's thriving more than it ever has, for sure.
And how do you feel about that, Aubry?
Yeah, I agree with Vinny. There are so many artists out there now who are just shedding such a light on it, and you hear more bilingual songs in almost every genre these days, and it's definitely getting more popular, and it's really awesome to see.
It is. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I listened to your album From San Antonio with Love. I don't know how many times I have played many of the songs.
Really?
Oh yes,
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
it.
I
I love
appreciate
it. Can you tell us about the inspiration of the background of your cover?
The cover, I mean, I've been playing in San Antonio. I still play almost every other day here in San Antonio. So recently, in the last 2 years, I've been starting to finally play outside of San Antonio. So I wanted this album to reach outside of San Antonio. So I feel like there's a lot of talent here in San Antonio that I feel like is so unrecognized. So I was hoping this album could shed more light towards San Antonio and put more focus that there's a lot of good music down here in San Antonio.
Did you come up with the title From San Antonio with Love?
At first, well, I'm from the southeast side of San Antonio, so at first it was From the Southeast with Love, and I was like, well, I feel like that's gonna not really make sense, so I wanted to change it From San Antonio with Love.
I love the 210 that you added
Yeah.
on the wall. That
art,
is so
yeah.
cool. And is that you in the cover with?
That is, there's an artist that made it. His name is Player Under Pressure, and he's the one who painted that whole album art. But we went through a bunch of different takes because of how I wanted it, and he thankfully aced it.
It's so well done. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
So I really love the song Call It a Night.
Oh, thank you.
So some of the lyrics, like this drunk love just, doesn't feel right, and then you should just call it a night. I just thought that they were so sassy and sexy, and fun. And I think we've all had one of those. Let's just call it a night. Let's not argue, and that's what it was about. What inspired you to write the song?
So that inspiration came from a friend that was telling me about
Their 2 a.m.
Yeah, he was like,
call.
he was hanging out with us. We were having a boys' night. He's like, oh, she's calling me, and we're broken up, but I don't know why she's calling me. I'm like, bro, just tell her to call it a night. Like, just get over it, get over it. And I kind of just stuck with that line. I was like, that could be something. I kind of just used that story for what that song is.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I loved it.
Thank you.
I love that song. I've played that one a lot of times. And then also Worth the Wait,
Oh, yeah.
classic. We love the video. We watched it several times. Where did you tape it? Where did you videotape it?
That's right in front of, I believe that's right in front of R&J Saloon on the south side.
Okay.
It's across the street. I don't know. It's Strip Center. That saloon mural is at the end of it. And I kind of wanted like that song, I don't know, it just reminded me of like an oldies type of song you ride in your car and, so I really wanted that old aesthetic, kind of that Chicano, like Cholo type of aesthetic to it, and I felt like that kind of fit.
Yeah, Selena. We see Selena in the background. Is there anyone else in the mural? I can't remember.
I don't think
I focused
so.
on her.
I know that she's like the main piece, but yeah.
It's beautiful. We loved it. We played that video, and we're going to get to show that video to our viewers at the end of this segment so they can hear it entirely.
Awesome.
So are you working on a new album?
So I just dropped the San Antonio one. Just like Aubry was saying, I'm writing a lot. So thankfully I have another song coming out in November, and then we have a lot of new stuff coming in the new year.
That's fantastic. Can't wait. Can't wait. So where are you performing next?
I have a big show here in San Antonio, November 15th at Thirsty Horse Saloon here. I'll be celebrating my birthday, so that's my next big show. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to that. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, it was wonderful getting to know you. We're going to get to know more about both of you together and your collaboration in our next segment. So I am going to close this segment with Vinny's song, Worth the Wait, and you're going to love it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I used to think that love was just a fantasy that I couldn't reach, only real in my dreams. But you proved me wrong, and I thought that ship had sailed. I'm a sad country song, and you're like a fairy tale. When I think about all of those nights that I hate to remember, you're my warmth in December. The hard times are better together. You're my sun, shine after the rain. My Texas blue bonnet in May. And I'll love you till I'm deep in the grave. Through all of the pain and all my mistakes, one thing remains: you were worth the wait. that together we'll grow old and gray. Through the ups and the downs, I see the world in your eyes. I'm the cold, ugly winter in your summer sky. You're my sun, shine after the rain. My Texas blue bonnet in May. And I'll love you till I'm deep in the grave. Through all of the pain and all my mistakes, one thing remains: you were the way.
I'm Vinny Tovar, and you're watching TVSA.
Welcome back. I'm Di Galvan here in the city of San Antonio TVSA studios, and joining me are two country western artists, Aubry Rodriguez and Vinny Tovar. Thank you for joining me today. We're here to talk about your new single, Pass Me By. So I'm going to start with Aubry. You know, your dad had so many wonderful hits. Why did you choose this one?
We both love the song, and we have for years, and we know that it's one of Dad's biggest songs. And what Vinny and I wanted to do is just revamp and bring to a new audience his music, and we thought that Pass Me By would be the best song to do that with.
I agree. Yeah, it's so amazing now. I heard it, you know, when it first came out, and then the original that your dad recorded, and now to hear it recreated, it is amazing. I love the song. I play it all the time. I play it all the time. So how did you and Vinny become collaborators on this song? This is very interesting.
Yes, it is. I actually was reached out to by his label, Azteca Records. Carlos from Azteca reached out. Carlos was a mutual friend through me. And we got connected, and Carlos said that I've got this artist that I think you guys would do great together on a song, and the rest is kind of history.
I have to agree with him. You guys sound amazing on this song. So Vinny, were you familiar with Johnny Rodriguez's music before you collaborated?
Yes, absolutely. So originally at the label, they were like, would you want to do any like older covers? And I was like, I'd love to do a Johnny Rodriguez song. So I had that idea with them for a long time, and then they came in and they're like, would you want to do with Aubry Rodriguez? And I was like, is that like his daughter? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of intimidating, because, you know, that's her dad. I can't mess up her dad's song. So we had went through a couple songs before we chose Pass Me By. And then something funny I heard recently, I had met Johnny for the first time. She had told me he was going to come by to one of my shows, and I was having like the worst day where my guitar wasn't working, strings were broke. So by the time I got on stage, he was already aggravated and he left. And somebody was like, oh, is that why you picked Pass Me By? Because he passed you by? I was
Oh,
like,
no.
That is hilarious.
No, he's
that's
just
our story.
impatient.
Is this the first time you heard this story?
Yes.
That's actually why I chose it. So.
That's classic Dad.
I love
He's
it.
an impatient man.
And then I asked him later, and he was like, I don't even remember that. I was like, okay, good.
Just pass me by.
Yeah.
Let's just pass me by.
Let's pass this by.
So where did you tape Pass Me By, actually, in San Antonio?
That was at the Lonesome Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, that was shot by Mago Productions here, Manny Maldonado. He had kind of had the brains for it. I mean, we kind of just showed up. We had said we needed some place that kind of had that old school feel, and the Lonesome Rose definitely has that feel here in San Antonio.
Isn't it known as like one of the oldest like country
Something like that.
places
Yeah, something
in-
like that here. I know, at least downtown. Yeah, for sure. But definitely, Manny brought that whole image to life of how we did it. It looks very cinematic. It's
Right.
all thanks to him on that one.
Now, it's a beautiful video, and our viewers are going to get a chance to see it in its entirety at the end of the segment. So,
He did,
bravo to
Manny.
both of you.
Yes.
It is beautiful. Do you, and either of you can answer this, but do you plan to collaborate in the future on another song or another Johnny Rodriguez song?
Pass Me By Part 2. Pass Me By again.
Yeah, come back around. Yeah.
Otra vez.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, in Spanish, yeah, that's right.
Yes, no, we would absolutely
Yeah.
love to work together again, whether it be a cover or we write a song of our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Something,
love to.
there'll be something out there for it.
Good,
Yes.
good. I'm excited about that, and I'm sure our viewers are excited about it too. Wait till they hear your song together. Will audiences get to see y'all maybe perform together, Pass Me By, since I don't know that you have performed it in San Antonio?
Not in San Antonio. I've been getting a lot of people that want to do it, so she's probably will pop in as a surprise. So
Yeah.
you just got to come out to some of my shows just to see if she'll pop
Yeah,
in.
just gotta see, gotta find out.
Never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta go see him to know.
Yeah.
I love it. So tell me about the CMA Texas Duet Award that you all just received.
Yes.
Yeah, we just got it this week actually. So I don't know. I think we're both kind of speechless on getting an award over it. Like I said, we kind of just put a lot of passion just behind wanting to do the song, and I don't think we anticipated, you know, doing the press, being here, getting an award. I think it's very much a blessing for all of it, and even the music video to have Johnny and her mother in it. That was a cameo that, you know, it looks almost like a movie. Like, oh, did you catch that? Like, you know, and I think we're just grateful to have it all. You know, it's such a blessing.
Yes. that
How
was-
exciting. And this happened here in October, right?
Yes.
I believe
At
so.
the beginning of this month. Okay, wonderful. Well, I'd like to, one, just say what a great honor it is for me to get to interview both of you, to have you both here. And I know that you're both excited about your award, well deserved, to be acknowledged by CMA. And we are going to close this segment right now, showing our viewers that amazing video taped here in San Antonio of Pass Me By, a duet by Vinny Tovar and Aubry Rodriguez. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Would you look at what came down the road today? Wanted me to be one more mistake to make.
A bridge to burn to get to someone new.
Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. And don't stop if this ain't where you want to be.
Now I don't know what you think you're running to. Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. Now I'm not gonna be a stepping stone among the other hearts that you walked on.
And Lord, help me if I fall in love with you.
Hey, pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. Don't stop if this ain't where you want to be.
Now I don't know what you think
I'm Aubry Rodriguez,
And I'm Vinny Tovar.
and you're watching TVSA.
Welcome back to our program. I'm Di Galvan, and we're here downtown in San Antonio at the city's TVSA studios. And we're going to close out our last segment by thanking Aubry Rodriguez and Vinny Tovar for joining us today. Your music is amazing. I love your songs. Your collaboration on Pass Me By, well-deserved CMA recognition for both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. So Aubry, I do want to talk to you about the video that we're going to close the segment on, and it's you and your dad on stage, and you're singing "We Believe in Happy Endings." And if I'm recalling the video from the beginning, I thought he said that it was maybe one of your first performances on stage. I could be wrong, but can you
Yes.
tell me a little bit about it?
Yes,
Okay.
that was actually the show in Branson.
Okay.
And it was one of my first big shows, you know, in front of a good amount of people.
I can imagine.
You know, yeah. But it was an amazing feeling always to be up there with him. And I think music is such a special thing to be able to share with family, with anyone that you love, really. So every time that we got up there to do that, it was beautiful.
That's wonderful. I love the video and I love the song. I think it has a beautiful, positive message, and so I'm glad our viewers are going to get to see the entire video, or a snippet of it, I should say, at the end. And before I close, I just want to ask: do either one of you have any final words on your career, or anything you'd like to just add about what you're doing in the near future again?
What you got going?
This is just the beginning, so keep a lookout for both of us.
Yes,
You'll definitely see a lot more of it.
absolutely.
Good deal. Well, thank you again, both of you, for joining me. And to our viewers, you're going to love this video. It's so sweet. It's so special. It's Aubry and Johnny Rodriguez on stage, and they're singing "We Believe in Happy Endings." And what a great way to end our program, with a happy ending. Thank you for joining us on TVSA.